Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fridays with Father. Father Gary here in the midst of our stewardship renewal for Treasure for this year. I want to first just thank Christine and Mauricio Real and Deanne Cordes for their sharing this weekend at our 3 Sunday Masses. Just wonderful witnessing by them of the power of intentional giving in their lives. And so that's what we're about here, is to assess once a year all the blessings that the Lord has bestowed upon us, and then what's the Lord calling us to make a return in thanks. And I think the three of them, Christine and Mauricio and Deanne, all helped us to think about that and to discern that. So I hope you've been doing that this week. I certainly have. And then come ready on Sunday to make a pledge, to make a commitment to the parish. What can you return to the Lord in thanks for all that God has given you? Just a reminder, that in the parish budget this year, we're really in need of increasing Sunday giving to meet our expenses. So I had suggested perhaps considering increasing your gift by 10%. So let's say you were giving $100 a month in the last year. Could you increase that to 110? So that's the idea. And if all of us prayerfully consider what the Lord's calling us to give, then I'm very confident that we will be fine in our budget in the current year and into the future. So thank you for taking the time to discern. Also, some really, really good news, and then a request. So the really, really good news is we are going to bring back the precious blood at Mass. Our plan is to do that the first Sunday of Advent, which is November 27th, so just a few weeks away. As I've said to you in the past, when we receive the body of Christ in the bread and we receive the blood of Christ in the precious wine, that is a full sharing in the body and blood of Christ. So these last 2 years since COVID, we've only been able to receive in the bread, but that is the body of Christ, all of him, humanity, divinity, his soul, everything is there sacramentally. So body, blood, soul, divinity, that's there in the bread. That's true with the wine as well. So those who are totally gluten intolerant, sometimes those people can only receive the wine. And when they do that, the Lord is fully present. Body, soul, divinity, his humanity, everything is there in the wine as well. So why receive both the bread and the wine? Why is that so important to us? Well, it was a restoration of an ancient practice that was restored at the Second Vatican Council. The ancient practice was to follow the request of the Lord at the Last Supper, to do this in remembrance of me. That is, take this, all of you, and eat of it. Take this, all of you, and drink from it. So it is a better sign of what the Lord asked us to do if we can receive both the bread and the wine. And so now that it's coming back, the cup, I really encourage you to receive from the cup. Some of you will be hesitant to do that, and I completely understand that. All the science we have says that the way that we give the cup is perfectly safe from germs even, because the way that Eucharistic ministers are trained to give the cup is to offer the cup, take it back with the purificator, wipe that area where somebody drank from, and then to turn the cup. The American Medical Association did a study back in the 70s when the cup was restored in the 1970s, and concluded that using that practice, there was virtually no risk of somebody, well, of really getting germs and then really of getting any kind of disease that way. We didn't know that about the pandemic in the early days of the pandemic, and that's why prudently we removed the cup. Well, we know that the virus isn't transmitted that way, and so that's why that we're restoring the cup. So I encourage you to pray about that. And then one final thing is to pray about whether the Lord's calling you to be an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion, because as you can imagine, in bringing the cup back, we also need more Eucharistic ministers, and we don't have enough right now. So really encourage you, if you're a current Eucharistic minister, to get on to the Ministry Scheduler program and to sign up to be an extraordinary minister of the cup. And then if you're not a Eucharistic minister or a liturgical minister right now, contact Deacon Felix. He would be happy to take your sign-up information and to offer training. And then finally, related to that, we do have a minister's retreat for liturgical ministers on November 12th. So that's coming up just a week from tomorrow. So just encourage you who are liturgical ministers to sign up for that. We'd love to have you here on that day of November 12th to celebrate our ministry together, to get some updates, and then just to be together. So that's the real gift of ministry here at St. Joseph. Well, that's it for this version of Fridays with Father. I look forward to seeing you this weekend. Again, ask your prayerful discernment around what the Lord's calling you to pledge to our parish this year. And I'm really excited to enter into this month of November, this month where this past week we've prayed to all of the saints and then prayed for all of the souls on their way to the Lord. So this wonderful month of November, we continue to remember all those who have gone before us. So we're entering into a really blessed time in the liturgical year of the Church. So look forward to seeing you on Sunday, 9 o'clock Mass in English, also live streamed, 11:30 Mass in Spanish, live streamed, and then the 5 p.m. Sunday night Mass. God bless everyone. Have a great weekend.